Hi, I want to welcome you to the Getting Started tutorial, and I will try not to punch the key buttons too much because that makes a lot of noise into the mic, but you'll have to excuse that if you don't mind. So we'll assume you have a login and password, and I'll go ahead and type that in. So you'll notice once you are logged into the system, it by default gets you to the Teach icon or navigation up here. And so Teach will be your default that you go to every single time. Now just to navigate around into the system a little bit, we do have the Home button as well. And here you could upload your photo and you just put a snapshot of yourself, and that's pretty self-explanatory in that regard. But you do have things like a calendar where you could post things up for a reminder, especially if you're preparing for class or if you're training other people. You could put things into the calendar with the add event button, and it'll then show up here. So that's just a nice little tool to have. But primarily I want to focus in on how to use the teaching platform. So we'll go back to Teach, and you'll notice how it's pretty logically set up, where the first thing you would want to do is create a class, and right here we would just label this new class. You can do self-paced or blended. For the demo's sake, I will just pick anything. Training here, and I'll just say intro to training. And pretty much right now I'll just leave all of those things at default. Now these are for a school where you could actually put course numbers and things like that. But for now I'll just say save. And that pretty much is it for titling your class. Now please notice something here. When you have named your class, you now have to click on it when you're in the system, and you'll notice that the second navigation bar has changed. And here, this is pretty much your go-to, the heartbeat of the system, which lets you add lessons and then add resources and quizzing. And later we'll talk about the grading as well. But that was pretty much how to get started on how to label and name your class. And here, pretty logically, you could just add the curriculum if you have it, and you hit the add button. And again, same setup. You would title your course. In this case, we just label it new class, topic, training, and for now I'll just leave it all at default. Now this is going to be your go-to editor all the time. We'll have a whole tutorial if you need on that as well. But for now you could put new class training, and we could even highlight that. It works like Microsoft Word. You could bold it and so forth. Later we'll talk. I just want to put this on your radar already, that later you could put videos in here and everything else by looking at all these different icons. You could put images or even HTML if you are daring in that area, which is you hit source and then you would cut and paste HTML into it. But that's advanced, and for now let's just keep it simple, and I'll just save the curriculum description right here. And I will pause at this point, and then that was how to set up the naming of a class, and the next one will be on how to set up a lesson. So I'm going to click on the lesson tab, and we could pause here for now and look at the next tutorial called lessons. Thank you.